Coffee, the deep, earthy, sultry mistress of the morning. An exercise in precision, turning my attention and focus into a weapon with which I can attack my day. Gym, meetings, grind, drive, hustle, busy. I'm so busy. Coffee sparks my core, kicks my day off right, anchoring me to my drivers, connecting me to the moment. I can do this. In so many ways, I am coffee, and it is me.
Hello, TEDx. I'm glad you enjoyed that. My name is Fionn, and like we heard before, I am a filmmaker and artist. And you might have recognized me from that film, just to make sure you know that this face is that one. And you might also recognize me here, also making coffee in the mornings. A little different, burping, stumbling into my two-bed apartment kitchen, holding my cat, struggling to find my coffee appliances. It's probably a little closer to the reality of me making coffee in the mornings and trying to get my day started. So there's a couple of differences between this one and the one we started with, and I'd like to break them down for you now. We'll just start at the beginning, I guess. Here you can see me getting out of bed. I don't usually get out of bed already having been to the gym. You can see there, my arms are pretty good. That's not my house. TEDx opens quite a lot of doors. And again, my arms there just look so good. And that's because I was doing sit-ups and push-ups for like 20 minutes beforehand.
1, 2,
just see it here.
3, 4, 5.
Is that enough? Are they looking?
Nah, more main. How's that?
Takes a lot of work to make a video look this good, you know?
Yeah, a little bit more, yeah.
And a lot of people as well. Here was Ryan, he was directing my every move. There's Brendan, he's a renowned cinematographer, and a man of many faces and many talents, Adam. Oh, and my makeup in this shot was just beautiful. Subtle, but still giving that sort of unobtainable glow. So why am I showing you these kind of contrasting images of the same kind of experience? That's what we're going to break down now. So last year, for about 20 Wednesdays or so, I recorded myself every 15 minutes for 3 seconds, making a 3-minute summary of my day from start to finish, wakey-uppy to sleepy-timey, and putting the series out on a Thursday, calling the series Won't, Wednesdays on Thursdays. So the process was me getting out of bed, recording me putting my glasses on or just getting out of bed. I would set my timer for 15 minutes, and then timer went off, I would hit record, and no matter what I was doing, I would just record myself. So this was a reaction to my discomfort with the picture that a lot of people tend to portray online. And more to the point, the way that that can make us feel about ourselves and other people. So across the expanse of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, my series has amassed in excess of 750 views. Oh, thank you so much. Maybe only just a few more people than are in this room, so not great. But interestingly, my subscriber count is almost 15. Almost 15. One off, please subscribe. And, but of course, it was a terribly unsuccessful video series. Great idea, but awful YouTube series. But it's because this was real life, man. You know, I was doing things like going to the toilet, sitting in front of the computer, washing the dishes, dealing with difficult people. The things that we all do. Because that's how you bond with someone, connecting over your similarities. Boring and humdrum, but common to us all. But out of the mundanity, every now and again, something beautiful would happen. A little moment with my wife, dinner with friends and family, playing with a kitten, and even rarer still, through the trips to the toilet, washing the dishes and dealing with difficult people, were the big moments, like my birthday. Happened to land on a Wednesday last year, and my family was over from Ireland, and I had a little party, and I was getting married a couple of weeks later, but not on a Wednesday, so unfortunately that didn't make an episode. But all of this, I think, goes to show the color and energy of a life lived comes from the differences, the contrast between the highs, the lows, the borings, and the middle bits. And social media can't really express these depths. But for a lot of people, a social media profile can still register as an accurate representation of an entire person. One of the more interesting things that came out of this Won't project was the fact that Wednesdays became my most productive days. So the project started out with not too much conscious thought about what I was doing. But very quickly, I started to plan out my Wednesdays a little more, made sure I went to the gym, made sure that I worked effectively when I was, working on the computer, editing videos, and I even got out of my pajamas every single Wednesday morning, like before 11 a.m. All because I thought I was going to be seen. I didn't get seen, only 750 views, but the fact I thought I was going to be seen made me want to show my best self. So it gave me this understanding of the power that social media can have, that there can be this sort of constant desire to express this beautiful image, and it can be overwhelming, and it can be sometimes a little bit overpowering, I guess. And I'm kind of reluctant to post things to social media. It's super intermittent, and it is just some highlights. Yeah, you kind of present this wonderful vision of yourself, and I meet people in passing or in the street, and they're like, "Oh, Fionn, you've done such amazing, wonderful things." And I have to think to myself, well, in the past year, I've put maybe 6 things on Instagram, and over the course of the last 3 years, maybe 20. So according to that block of 20 images, it does look like I am living a perpetually magnificent life. I spend most of my time doing this, procrastinating, feeling unproductive, going to the toilet, doing the dishes. Oh God. I think I've just ruined my talk again. Yes, I just got a friend request. I should have turned that off. It happens quite a lot in the week leading up to this talk. Lots of attention, people trying to get in touch and be friends. And this guy was Dwayne. I met Dwayne yesterday. Really nice guy, and a super duper nice car. I'm just going to have a quick look at his profile pictures here. Just bear with me. I'll be with you in a minute.
Man, he comes across the world, doesn't he? There he is in Japan. Oh, they built a house last year. Good for them. Great to see him doing so well, though, I guess. I wonder how old he is. I wonder how my profile picture feed compares. Yeah, not great. Ugh.
Anyone else guilty of doing this to themselves? Please don't tell. Oh God, I thought it was just going to be me. I do this like almost every time I make a new friend on Facebook. And it's always the people that I kind of know in real life, never my like really close friends. Because I know the rich and frayed tapestry that their lives have become. I know that the stream of shared images are a delicately curated snapshot, not entirely representative of who they are as a person. But when it's with an acquaintance that I've just met and really hit it off with, I think the best of. I think that they are a beautiful and faultless human being. To me, sharing is an instantaneous transaction that happens immediately when you see and fulfill a desire to connect, bond, and survive. Sharing is now. But what we do online is we're supposedly sharing images and sharing photos. But we're sitting in a room alone in front of a screen. I don't think what we do online is sharing. I think it's broadcasting. And likes show our listenership. And this is the thing, this is the disparity that makes me feel so yuck. Here I was trying to relieve people's anxieties of trying to keep up with all these people's fantastic lives by broadcasting a snippet of my day, kind of celebrating the mundanity of it all. My wife is 7 months pregnant. Oh yeah, a little clap there, don't be nice? Yeah, thank you. Yes. I might just leave it there on that heartfelt clap. Thanks very much. No, I kid. Is she still up there? Oh. Okay, thanks, Taffy. You can go now.
Oh, okay. You're doing great. Love you.
Oh, thank you. Not really, but okay. Our little boy is due on Christmas Day. And guess what day of the week Christmas is this year? Wednesdays. So I'm thinking of doing maybe like a little Christmas special. Might be a bit graphic and a bit over-sharey. So we'll see how that goes. But there isn't a hint of our pregnancy online. Nothing. And this was a very conscious choice. The standard thing to do is tell your friends and family in person over the course of a couple of weeks about your pregnancy, and you get to share in the hugs, kisses, and cuddles and bonding of it all. But the standard thing now is to put up that post and get those sweet, sweet likes. And it's a kind of line in the sand. Celebration's kind of over. But when you leave that broadcast out, there are months and months of bumping into people in the street, catching up with people at events and parties who are just outside your core circle. I even see surprise faces. I think somebody knows about the pregnancy. I mention it in passing, and their face just explodes with delight. And I get to this is real. I get to experience this like 50 times in front of 50 faces, as opposed to putting that broadcast online and watching those 50 or 100 likes trickle on in. It really does make for a more interesting and a surprising life. So, the warm and fuzzy ending to my talk is this. Hold back for a second before your next broadcast. Could this lead to you missing out on hours of hugs? An extra special moment with a friend? It seems like a lot to give up for a few notifications.